So for my Nooney's 22nd birthday, I made one of her favorite dishes, Pollo Guisado with Arroz con Gandules. My baby absolutely loves some Puerto Rican food. For your Pollo Guisado, you need whatever bone-in chicken you prefer. This time I use chicken leg quarters, some adobo, whatever stable oil you prefer. I use avocado oil, diced green peppers, 2 cloves of garlic, some sofrito, 2 packs of sazon, some diced tomatoes, 3 cups of chicken broth, and potatoes. I start with cleaning my chicken. If you don't clean your chicken, that's your business. That includes removing the skin, cutting off the excess fat, letting it sit in hot water and vinegar, rinsing and drying it thoroughly. I season the chicken well with that adobo and sazon. Of course, I also add my staples, garlic powder, onion powder, and lemon pepper seasoning. Then I brown the chicken thighs in a large caldron or a Dutch oven that's been heated with the stable oil. I remove the brown pieces of chicken, add my green pepper and garlic, and saute until fragrant. Then I add about a half to 3/4 of a cup of sofrito, my diced tomatoes, and mix well. Let that cook down for a little while and then add the 3 cups of chicken broth. I add the brown chicken back to the pan and allow that to boil for about 20 minutes. Then I add the cubed potatoes, bringing that to a boil, and then I allow it to simmer until done, but for at least 30 minutes. The longer the better, so that that chicken and those potatoes can really soak up that flavor. I also taste the stew to ensure that no additional seasoning is needed. And if so, I add more. For the rice and peas or arroz con gandules, you need 2 to 3 cups of medium or long grain rice, stable oil. Again, I use avocado, sofrito, tomato sauce, or I use tomato paste and thin it with hot water. Gandules or pigeon peas, partially drained. Acaparado. Since I prefer black olives, I use a small can of sliced olives, drain them, rinse them, and dice up about a good heaping handful. Then I add jarred capers and red peppers. You also need sazon. And if you are a pork eater, you can also add half a packet of ham flavoring. Obviously, I omit that. Adobo, garlic powder, ground cumin, ground oregano, salt and pepper to taste, and hot water. In a medium caldero or a large pot, you'll heat your oil, saute your sofrito, add your tomato sauce, and simmer for about 2 minutes. Then stir in your gandules, your acaparado, or like in my case, your black olives, capers, and red peppers, all your spices, and your water. Stir it very well and then taste it. Stir it well and then make sure that you taste it. It may need additional seasoning because when you add your rice, it's going to absorb a lot of that flavor and you don't want it to come out bland. So it really should be overly seasoned. Bring that mixture to a rapid boil and then add your rice and stir. If necessary, add more water to make sure that the rice is covered by at least an inch of water. Turn your stove down to about medium so that the mixture can boil softly and some of the liquid can absorb. You need to stir occasionally. I set a timer for 3 minutes and I stir every 3 minutes. That way your rice does not become gummy. When most of the water has absorbed, you want to carefully mound the rice towards the center of the pot, top it with foil or parchment paper, and then put the lid on. Reduce the heat to simmer and cook for about 20 more minutes. But you need to stir by folding the rice from the bottom up often, being careful not to disturb the bottom of the pan. If you omit the foil or the parchment paper, the rice will not cook through because every time you lift that lid to remound that rice, you'll release the heat and the steam that's cooking the rice. And that parchment paper or foil is helping to trap that steam and heat every time you put it back on the pot. It shouldn't take more than 20 or 30 minutes for your rice to cook all the way through, depending on whether you used medium or long grain rice. Looks can be deceiving, so make sure you taste the rice.
Yes, I'm sorry. Push it in. Yes, I forgot even how the girl used it.
What is that there?
It's a iPad
bidet?
stand. Oh, bidet? Why would your
I don't know.
be 30?
I don't know. It looked like something you sit your booty on.
It's an iPad.
I was gonna say it's too little for your booty.
Put your snacks in here and stuff. You know, a little.
You know I don't let eat in my bed, so I'm probably gonna put something. I don't know. Maybe my remote.
Look at all of
Okay,
that
fine.
stuff. That's
But she had it all nice. I was
nice.
going through
It looked nice too. Yeah. I had to
Yeah,
put
she
it
had to mess it up, huh?
I did. Too much. I mostly got stuff on
Oh, you look 22 today, honey. Did your daddy see you?